YouTube fam? Is it a Thursday today? It is Thursday, right? It is Thursday. Okay, cool. Good. Happy Thursday. I hope it's going well for all of you. COVID free, you know. We got a fun stream planned for tonight. And I'll get into why in just a second. I'll let some people join, then I'll explain. Let's see, let's welcome in the people who are here. Wyatt, Lila, Chris Maki, Mad Moose, Becky Hall. It's Will, can't wait to see what's... Oh, what's up, Will? A.K.A. Becky, you know. Ashers, Julie, Weather Balloon, Lovely, welcome, Lovely. Coltana. Oh, you're secretly Mad Moose. Okay, gotcha. Lighten95, Alligator Gar. What's up, guys? Shout out to Brian and Sue, who are also watching. Nobody else. Yeah, Becky's just a random person. Hey, what's up, Becky? I don't trust anyone named Becky. I don't know. I feel like Becky is the type of person that would stab you in an apocalypse for like a box of crackers. So basically, we're gonna start out with a Nukes Top 5, which I think will run about 30 minutes. It's about a 28-minute video. And what we'll do then is I'll show you a teaser trailer I put together last night. And I kind of told you guys and teased how sometime next year, after, you know, this COVID stuff kind of lets go a little bit, and when I get some more help to shoot and be, you know, for my camera, get the cameraman in, I will be launching my own TV series. I've talked about this for a while now. I'm excited about it. This is just kind of a teaser. This is a little taste of what we could be seeing. And so I'll kind of get into more exactly what I'm going to show you when we get to that point. Like I said, we'll do that after the nuke video, which is about a 30-minute video. So about, I don't know, 40 minutes from now probably. We'll chill here for a few minutes, let people join in, and then we'll start. I'm going to get the nukes video ready to go, just so we're ready to go when it starts. Okay. Yeah, so like basically a YouTube TV series. It's not sponsored by anybody. It's sponsored by myself, so it'll be my own money. YouTube donations, obviously, will fund the show. And just going to different locations, like Villisca Axe Murder House would be one of them. And doing investigations, like legit, not just going out to woods where there's talk around town that something happened. Like actual documented, where I can show up the receipts of like, hey, this place had this sighting here, and it's documented. Not only that one, but maybe multiple sightings. And I have a few locations in mind. But my main cameraman, who's deployed overseas right now, when he gets back, I will have, like, at the tip of my fingers, filming crew at any time I want. So, basically. And so, that's kind of what's holding up the process right now. But we have some things shot. We do have some things shot. So, I'm excited. Becky is a darker version of a Karen. Ooh, I never thought about it like that. Any update on the monolith? So yeah, there was a third monolith that was found in California, which I was wrong in my prediction. Well, I was wrong in that the next one was going to be in Brazil. There could be one in Brazil, but it wasn't the next one found. But I guess sort of debunked now with the monoliths. There was, and I told you guys that if I'm gonna believe anything that the media is saying about them, I'm gonna need picture proof, evidence that people are taking these things down and not aliens. You know what I mean? Like, if they just came out with an article saying that the monolith in Utah just disappeared without a trace, which they did at first, no one knows where it went. Okay, I call bullshit. I didn't believe that. And then finally someone came out, I think it was either Ashers or, I think it was Ashers on Twitter or something, or Ann, that linked me to a thing that showed an article where a photographer actually captured images of like 3 or 4 guys taking the fucking thing down and putting on a trailer driving away. So I guess some people just took it, I guess. But like, it's weird because it's not. There's no way that the same people that took the Utah one are the same ones that took the Romania one, because they both went down. They both went missing. So I don't know, but will it be a mockumentary like Lost Tapes 3? No, it'll be more of a serious TV series. Like obviously with me, there'll always be humor, and like in the teaser that I'll show you, there's like a tad drop of humor. I'll always be sarcastic, and I'll never change that. But no, it'd be more serious, like actually trying to do investigations. I think that's where I put my all my time, effort, and money into is making that like a legit thing that could hopefully maybe take off, and that would be what would give our channel like some actual foundation to build up on, is my plan anyways. But I'm also working on another Cryptid Top 5 video. I've been saying that for a while because I'm slowly like chipping away at it. I haven't even started the editing process, but just planning for it and stuff, because it does take some work. But yeah, I've been working on a lot of projects. You guys just haven't been aware of that. Like, there's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I've been planning and talking to people about and stuff like that. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of crazy work, especially when I'm my own guy. Like, I don't have a team. It's just me. I'm the editor. I'm everything. I mean, I got Tess, but she's a worthless sack of shit, honestly. I think without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start, guys. I think we're going to start with the Nukes Top 5 video. Now, remember, when we do this, we'll do our rating system, which for those who are newer or brand new, it's a spookometer. My own thing. I don't think anyone else has that. The spookometer. And after every video, we'll rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being it wasn't spooky at all, 10 being it was super spooky. Now, remember, the video doesn't necessarily have to be legit in your mind. It could be a fake video that's clear as day, but if it's spooky, it could be a 10. You know what I mean? So you can say it's a 10, but I think it's fake or whatever. You know? Yeah, I think it's a 7, but it's probably fake. Something like that would work. But the spookometer is just how spooky it is. Okay, it could be fake. That's okay. Tess, I ain't scared of Tess. I ain't scared of her. She is a baby leopard. Her actual Tess's mother was an actual snow leopard, or not a snow leopard. I think it was just an African leopard or some shit. And it mated with another domestic cat, and it made Tess. She is like legitimate. She could take down a deer easily. I'll even show you. Hold on, let me get her. So as you can see, she's kind of built for killing, and you can kind of tell just by how she, look at her giant paws. She is declawed because she could kill me in my sleep just accidentally if she had a bad nightmare or something. But you can look I don't know if she can look at the camera. Her eyes just scream killer, and so yeah, she's a baby leopard, and very badass. I've seen her dragging a deer carcass around like up a tree, and I had to get her down. It was very embarrassing. But yeah, she's quite the thing. So, say hi to Eli Buckmaster, Tess. She's being antsy. She wants to sit down on my lap. There you go. There you got the Tess meow. What's up, Eli? How you doing? Yeah, we are talking about Murder Cat. Okay, you can't sit on my lap. Sorry. You're too fat. But we're gonna go ahead and start with the Nukes Top 5. Like I said, Eli, just what you kind of missed out on. After the Nukes Top 5 video, here in about 28 minutes, we are gonna show off a little teaser trailer that I have worked out for you guys. So stay tuned for that. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Let me make this full screen here. Alright. Let me know if the volume's okay. If I need to turn it down or turn it up, just let me know, okay?
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera.
I'm gonna turn it down actually, let me try this.
The Stowaway.
That should be good, right?
YouTuber Chad Morin and his team from the YouTube channel Ghost Hunt Weekend host monthly group tours of haunted places and upload them to YouTube. On this paranormal investigation of the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, they are accompanied by Jacob from the travel channel The Carpetbagger. Now, the Titanic Museum is built like a replica, half scale, of the original Titanic ship. Employees believe the giant museum to be haunted by many of the spirits of the 1,496 people who tragically lost their lives on board the Titanic in 1912. Because, you see, the museum houses around 400 real items found either in the wreckage of the Titanic or actually found on the victims' bodies.
This is Mr. Isidore Strauss's ring. It's a wedding ring that was recovered from...
One thing to note quick, I'm going to try not to pause it too much, but the cool thing about the Titanic and why it's so fascinating, there's still bodies that have... It's classified as an underwater graveyard, so they will never be able to take it apart or do any digging or retrieving bodies, anything like that. It's classified as an underwater graveyard, so it can't be touched or messed with. But what's cool about it is there are tons of bodies that are still trapped in it. And they say that there likely are bodies that are trapped in the like some kind of compartments or rooms or something where there's no oxygen, they're sealed up, so the bodies are still exactly preserved as the day they died because no oxygen has gotten to them. Something about, I don't know how exactly it works, but that's pretty cool to me. It's weird. I don't know.
The dead body.
When the group reaches the outer area that is meant to represent the outside deck of the Titanic, both Chad from Ghost Hunt Weekends and Jacob from The Carpetbagger capture something very strange on camera at the exact same time.
I'll even go backwards. When I get to 1.
What's up, Glitch Cryptid?
That one go off. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Man, this one here. Hey, what's that screaming?
Is that screaming?
Yeah, did you hear that?
Screaming.
Dude, we just heard screaming. I'll even go backwards. When I get to 1, can you make that one go off?
And it's moving.
3, 2, 1. Whoa. Man, this one here. Hey, what's that screaming?
Is that screaming?
Yeah, did you hear that?
Screaming.
Dude, we just heard screaming.
Besides getting a direct response on the REM pod sitting...
No, so the whole theory of fish getting to the bodies, it's not possible because there's no oxygen. There's no oxygen at all, and they're in sealed rooms. There's no way for anything to get in there to decompose. But there's a whole documentary I watched. Trust me, they know what they're talking about.
On the deck of the museum, they hear an unexplained scream coming from somewhere in the area. Now, the scream is certainly creepy, but it doesn't even compare to what happens when they are exploring the second-class area of the replica ship. And no one in the group even notices.
Just knock on the gate or knock on a wall, let us know you're in there, and we'll grab the keys.
What was that?
There's like banging here, and then that went off at the same
Did you see something?
No, I heard it. I don't know where that came from. I couldn't tell if it was here. Yeah.
Let us know you're in there. Can you bang harder? We'll get the keys. We can't hear you if you're in there.
Did you see it?
I did not.
When Chad pans over to the left to film the group, a dark figure seems to be walking all the way in the back. Unlike the group, who all seem to be looking towards the replica Titanic gate, whoever or whatever this is doesn't seem to pay attention to anyone, and almost looks like it's wearing a dress. But what do you think this could be? Could it be the ghost of one of the victims who didn't survive the Titanic and now roams the museum halls attached to one of their beloved items? Let me know what you think in the comments.
No, so here's the thing, okay? The Titanic went down, there hundreds and hundreds of people stuck inside. There are still perfectly preserved, sealed rooms in that Titanic that fish and other things can't get to. Like, simple as that. They just can't get to it. There's no way for them to decompose. And either they were estimating that or they actually found some bodies like that. I can't remember exactly which one it was. But yeah, a lot of the bodies that were just like in rooms that were exposed to the actual ocean, sure. But that's not the case with every room. And yeah, I don't know the science behind it. I don't know anything about that shit. But that's what they fucking said, man. That's what they said.
Be sure to check out
what's up, Texas
Chad's
Oil
YouTube
Boom?
channel, Ghost Hunt Weekends, and Jacob's YouTube channel.
By the way, I would
Carpet
probably
Bagger.
say that was probably like a 5 out of 10 for me.
Opening a window,
Got some 1 out of 10,
opening a
some
doorway.
4 out of 10, 6
The
out of 10.
strange Japanese video popped up on the internet and quickly went viral with over 1 million views. Unfortunately, no one seems to know the source of the video, including me. I did my usual research, but no one seems to have a clue as to where the creepy video came from. As with most Japanese videos, the couple's identities appear to be blurred in the original video. Having said all that, the clip is still downright chilling.
Hotel fan, I'll have the preview uploaded tonight, I think. So after the Strange Death. So you'll be able to watch it tomorrow. Fuck was that?
The couple sees the odd blurry shape of someone or something that seems to be peering into their kitchen window. But when the guy quickly slides the window open, there's no one there. He turns back to his girlfriend and catches a truly disturbing figure standing right behind her.
That's fucking
dark and
scary.
shadowy with what almost looks like rotting skin. Then as he pans back only a moment later, the figure has just disappeared.
I'll give that a 7. A solid
So did
7.
the couple unwittingly let a wandering spirit into their home? Unfortunately, without a source, we'll never know. But let me know what you think down in the comments.
He looks like a drowning victim or something. I don't know.
If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com.
What's up, Colin?
Paranormal activity.
We got
TikTok user
7s,
Harry
9s,
McClary
too. You
says
guys like
that
that
after
one.
he and his wife spent an evening playing around with the Ouija board in their house, things have never quite been the same. They began to hear strange sounds around their house on an almost daily basis, and things in the house begin to move on their own.
No good.
Harry starts grabbing his camera and recording whenever anything strange goes down.
Nah. Straight up, side note, people who just walk around barefoot are fucking psychotic. I don't know why, but that just bothers me. Gross.
Hello?
That's when I slapped Tess's ass and she goes down the stairs.
Harry and his wife hear a door in the basement repeatedly opening and slamming shut, alarming their dog, who's barking at the threat violently off camera. When Harry says, "Hello?" the sound stops, and after a brief moment of silence, something we can't see seems to charge up the stairs towards him. Now, a lot of TikTok viewers were very concerned about the well-being of Harry's panicked dog, but don't worry, the dog is fine. They were all just a bit shaken up by the experience. And as for Harry, he caught a bit of flack from some of his TikTok followers. They said he should have gone down into the basement to investigate the strange sounds instead of running.
Yep.
Well, only a week later, and he gets his chance. The family once again starts hearing something in the basement. Harry goes to check, and it did not go well.
Get a flashlight, my guy. Turn the fucking light. Okay, I admire that. I admire that. It's gonna fucking open right before it pushes it. Yep.
Again, the family hears the sound of a door in the basement repeatedly opening and slamming shut. But This time Harry gathers his courage and immediately charges downstairs to investigate. As he slowly reaches for the door, it flings open on its own, sending Harry running in terror once again. Now, up until this point, Harry hasn't really caught any footage of what might be haunting their home. But that changes one night when strange things start to go down in his living room.
Ooh. What kind of light is that? It's ugly. This looks like a PT game. That PT game that came out on PS4. Okay.
The door to a display cabinet opens on its own, and Harry hears something run past him. The light in the hallway is swinging back and forth
I saw the pair of glowing
wildly.
eyes. I don't know about you guys.
When Harry checks the light, it bursts. But there's something here you might not have noticed on your first view. Something absolutely terrifying.
Oh god.
Watch
this is gonna be
again.
bad. Was there two sets of eyes? Three sets of eyes.
In the darkness, a pair of glowing eyes seem to be staring at Harry from his laundry room. When he turns, another set of glowing eyes is staring at him from the bedroom. In the corner, he sees what appears to be a headless, dark figure that grows in size and even seems to form arms.
Oh god.
Harry runs. That's the last video uploaded to Harry McClary's TikTok account as of this recording. Now, of course, as with all TikTok paranormal videos, Harry receives his share of doubters, but he simply shrugs it off. Harry claims he's 40 years old and just knows very little about TikTok or video editing. So is it all real, and is Harry McClary really haunted?
I would give that a 9 out of 10. That was actually pretty scary. So yeah, that gets a 9 out of 10 in my book. I think whether it's real or not, that could be debated all day and night, but that was, I think, spook level, 9 out of 10.
Or is it all just an elaborate but
That's true.
very
Usually
well
TikToks
done
are so bad, like they're so stupid
ARG
and bad, and not
decide.
scary. But this one's good.
follower? Popular Korean ghost hunt live streamer Michael from the YouTube channel Docha Michael explores an abandoned multi-floor apartment building that is allegedly haunted. Soon after he enters the building, it becomes obvious that whatever lurks in the shadows does not want him there.
누구세요? 어? 누구세요? 누구세요? 아! 누구세요? 아! 와!
It's probably a fucking raccoon.
분명히 움직였는데 사람이 땡길 만한 그것이 아닌데 여러분들 봤죠? 이것이 봤죠 여러분들? 이거 사람이 땡길 수가 없는데.
Oh, two sets of eyes. What you're saying, Eli?
A small red box slides across the floor and opens on its own before falling over. When Michael checks it, he finds no explanation for how it could have moved. He continues to explore and reaches what appears to be a small, cluttered bedroom.
어? 아니야 잠깐만. 와,
What's he wearing? Is he wearing like a fucking Batman costume?
어? 어?
He looks like a first-person video game. This guy literally looks like a fucking. He's holding his hand out there. I swear to God, he thinks he's a.
어? 뭔 소리야? 띵띵 소리 뭔 소리야? 씨발.
There's Ann. What's up, Ann?
야, 이게 만만치 않네 여기. 어디 있는 거야? 이거 여러분들 잡기는 아닙니다. 이거 잡기는
So far, this is low for me on the spookometer. Hardcore Henry.
이거 진짜 큰일 나겠는데 오늘. 이거 큰일 나게. 여러분 종소리가 계속 나요 지금.
A red stool suddenly slides behind one of the beds on its own. Michael rushes over and grabs the stool, but again can't find any explanation for the strange activity. He puts the stool back where he found it and is about to leave when behind his back the same stool falls
What's up,
over.
Blitzwing Prime? Glad to have you here.
Even creepier, a heavy cupboard then falls over on its side and blocks his path. Michael hears a strange unexplained bell coming from somewhere inside the room. And then another large cupboard falls. This time, Michael just makes a run for it. After he calms down, Michael continues exploring, heading up one floor in the apartment building. And then things get even more terrifying.
What's happening?
Did you see it? Michael hears bizarre footsteps right behind him, and when he turns, the bathroom slippers he had captured on camera only seconds earlier are now right behind him. Almost as if someone or something was wearing them and walking in his direction. Michael is shocked and very carefully just backs away. A little wary and very freaked out, Michael now walks a little more carefully through the creepy old apartment building. He hears some sounds and turns a corner and is confronted by something absolutely horrifying.
What? Did he make that noise or what the fuck was that?
Again, did you see it? When Michael looks around the corner, a dark mass that looks like a head with black hair disappears into a doorway. When Michael runs to see what it was, there's nothing
What was
there.
that fucking noise?
Now, in this next part, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what Michael is doing. He sets up his camera to point towards a doorway as he throws some sort of grain or powder around a room. If you do know what he has in those Ziploc bags, please let me know down in the comments.
He's getting rid of his meth, okay? It's pretty common. It's nothing to laugh at, okay? He's just dumping his meth. Don't judge him.
But either way, whatever it is he's doing seems to work, because things take a terrifying turn.
Oh god.
아까 좀 갖고 오세요. 제가 이것까지 뿌리기 싫습니다. 갖고 오세요.
Ghosts like meth. Oh my god, can you imagine a ghost on meth?
갖고 오세요. 갖고 오세요. When you get 갖고 오세요. 5개. 그만 사람 놀래키시고 갖고 오세요. 7개.
Oh, come on.
16개 갖고 오세요. 갖고 오세요.
That's a fucking straight up a doll being held in front of the camera. Nah, that just lowered the score, man. That wasn't even scary. Come on. That was so dumb. That was the dumbest thing I have ever seen. That was a fucking doll. They were holding, like, you could see how the head was moving up and down like he was trying to keep it
누구십니까?
still.
A horrible face with long dark hair can be seen looking straight at the camera. Michael is completely unaware of the chilling event and only gets up after he hears a noise.
Why would the ghost look at the camera like, hey, what's up, bitches? Like, what the fuck? Why? That makes no sense. I don't think ghosts give a fuck about cameras, you know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna walk up to the camera and be like, yo, here's my fucking eyeball, you know?
Pans the camera around the hallway. There's nothing there. So just what was this? Some of Michael's viewers believe it to be the head of a mannequin, and others believe it's far too lifelike to be a mannequin and think he actually caught some terrifying apparition on camera.
That's not an apparition.
But what do you think?
That's a fucking
Is it
doll
real
or something?
Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Yeah, it gets a 0 out of 10
Decide.
for me. That just,
You can check
it
out
would've
this
got
full video
1 or
over on
2,
Michael's
but
YouTube
that
channel,
made it a 0.
Gotcha
That
Michael.
was, no.
From below. Dennis from the popular Russian YouTube paranormal channel, Dark Ghost Paranormal, travels to a small cottage in the
Socks
Russian
equal
countryside
fake
that
as
has
fuck.
been abandoned for over 20 years. It is said that the home was built on top of an old cemetery, and that anyone who has ever dared to enter the house has experienced traumatizing paranormal activity. Dennis doesn't know if any of the rumors are true, but is determined to find out for himself. He investigates the cottage over several overnight visits. Dennis sets up a camera in the old home's living room and a GoPro in the bedroom next to it. He also places a device that measures changes in the surrounding electromagnetic field in the room.
Okay.
He settles down in the kitchen and keeps an eye on the camera's live feed from his laptop. That's when his device suddenly detects a change in the room.
See, this is a badass ghost investigation setup. This is something I would like to do. I'm not focused on EVP. I want to do this shit. Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, I saw it.
Dennis hurries into the abandoned home's bedroom to check on the electromagnetic field device. He then hears a sound which makes him spin around to see what's behind him. He just misses witnessing something absolutely terrifying with his own eyes. A dark shadow figure moving from right to left, right behind him. But his GoPro camera captures every creepy detail. Throughout the night, his cameras capture furniture moving on its own. In one of his investigations, Dennis captures something truly bizarre.
Так, мне нужно сейчас будет ИГФ.
That would be scary. How could you fake that though? How could you fake that? Like honestly, how would you be able to fake that? Doesn't it take actual force to like push it together and pull it apart? Is that not how that works? I've never used one, but I assume that's kind of pretty much the idea. That's a crooked ass door handle, man. Someone was definitely murdered in here. Almost looks like there was something in the mirror. Oh, I was looking at it. I didn't notice anything.
Сейчас, друзья, мне
Mirrors
надо
are fucked.
отойти. Это просто пипец.
A creepy accordion in the corner of the room seems to just
Oh,
start
I think it's a
playing on
reflection of
its
that in the
own.
mirror.
Dennis just gets out of there. He waits outside for an hour, gathering his courage before he goes back in. But Dennis has another odd experience with the accordion, and this one is even more disturbing.
This time, it plays dubstep.
Чего?
It's almost like it's breathing. Oh, right here. What the fuck is that? That's a fucking face, dude. Is that not a face, or am I just seeing shit?
Ну мне просто, реально, мне по всему телу мурашки пошли. Теперь не знаю, как туда зайти. Но заходить надо.
Now, very alert YouTube viewers notice something that makes this particular activity with the accordion even stranger.
Чего?
Did you see it?
Okay, I see the
Right
shadow there.
before the
Is there
accordion
not a
starts
face in that
playing on
curtain?
its own, a dark figure seems to walk towards the accordion and disappear, almost as if it approached the accordion
Wait, you guys don't
to
see
have
that?
a play.
No.
Dennis decides to do a modified spirit box session that
Wow,
he
no
calls
one else
an
saw that.
EGF
Oh my God.
session in the abandoned home's kitchen area.
Nah, we're going back. I'm sorry. That's a fucking face. Where's it at?
YouTube viewers notice something that makes
But I don't see it anymore. Oh, it's weird, dude. What the fuck? That's the weirdest fucking thing. It disappeared. It's not there anymore. I swear to God, I saw a fucking old lady. What the fuck? Hold on. It had to have just disappeared. What the fuck? Am I going insane? What the fuck? Like, it wasn't like, it was so distinct, like, it almost looked fake how real it looked. And now I can't even see it. It's right, it was right here. Where the fuck did it go? That is the weird. My mind is like I don't understand. Right there, right there. Okay, that is what I was seeing. That is a fucking that came out of nowhere. That is a face. You guys see that? Does that not look like a person through a fucking window? Maybe it's just because crazy lighting and the way the curtain is. I don't know, but it looks like way obvious.
here, almost as if it approached the accordion to have a play. Dennis decides to do a modified spirit box session that he calls an EGF session in the abandoned home's kitchen area. What happens next shocks him to his core.
Почему мне нужно уйти?
Мешаешь.
Hinder?
У меня к вам вопрос. Под этим домом есть захоронение?
Да. Это мы.
Что вас держит в нашем мире?
I don't know what that instrument is.
Осквернили.
Defiled. Okay.
Кто и чем вас осквернил? Кто вас осквернил?
Дом.
Дом. Вы имеете в виду, на этом месте нельзя было строить этот дом?
Да.
You know it's real when they start taking your lights out. That's fucked up, man. Rude.
Пипец, я просто не могу. Пипец, мне никогда не было так жутко.
Soon after this, Dennis decides to just get out of there. He says that he has never been this creeped out at a location before. So did he possibly capture the ghosts of the people allegedly buried underneath the abandoned home? Is that why no one will live there? Let me know what you think.
I don't think that's why no one will live there, given that it's a disgusting piece of shit house. That's probably why it would be my, if I had to guess.
You can check out the Dark Ghost Paranormal full 3-part investigation at the abandoned house over on Dennis's YouTube channel, Dark Ghost Paranormal. Thanks for watching. For channel updates and other weird stuff, follow me on Instagram there, and on Twitter right there. I'll see you next week.
Okay. Another good video from Nukes. By the way, that last video, I'd probably give it like a 5. Just because the accordion was creepy, and I don't know how you'd fake that, honestly. I know people are really creative in faking shit. I just don't know how you would do that. I really don't. We got an 8 from Colin, a 4 from Texas Oil Boom. Alligator Gar gives it a 10. Shiggy gives it a 6. Lila a 7. Julie an 8. Wyatt a 5. That's not bad. That's a pretty decent score card right there. A 6 from I don't even know how to say your name. Plapticum? What? Coltana gives it a 7.5. Ashers gives it a 4. She did not care for that one. Well, you guys know what time it is, right? It's time for a sneak preview teaser trailer that I put together. So basically a backstory to this trailer I'm about to show. It's about a minute and a half. Me and my buddy at work shot this. He recently got a Bigfoot knocker. And those of you, you'll see it in the video. So if you see us hitting the bat, or hitting the tree with the bat, and you're like, what the fuck are they doing? That's what it is. It's a tree knocker, which is used for communicating with Bigfoots and getting responses. And so that's what we were out there doing. But I got some footage out. And this is kind of a teaser trailer to what to expect. Now, we did find some creepy fucking shit out here, okay? We did find some actual shit. So, it's pretty cool, to say the least. So, we'll get ready for this this trailer here. Like I said, it's a minute and a half. Preview what's to come in 2021. And I will be uploading this right after the stream's over so that you guys can rewatch it and whatnot. So people that miss a stream will be able to see it. But yeah, like I said, this don't take it too seriously. This is just a teaser trailer. Okay, this isn't even a location that will probably make the final cut for one of the episodes. But just take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I put this together in a drunk order. So You gave Bigfoot a knobber. You pulled a Peter. I did not give a Bigfoot a knobber. No. No, sir. They got ticks on there and stuff, man. I don't like ticks. All right, but are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to see the trailer or not? Because I'll fucking play it right now. I ain't scared. I gotta get it ready up in here. What's a knobber? Don't worry about it, man. What's a knobber? Don't worry about it. It's a knobber is a person who makes shoes. All right, guys. Without further ado, here is the teaser trailer for Cryptid Hunt Season 1. Enjoy. We got another skeleton here. A lot of dead deer down in here. It almost confirms that it's either a crazy Bigfoot or a Wendigo. No doubt about it. For centuries, these creatures have remained in the shadows, hiding and waiting. Many professionals and other fanatics have tried to uncover the truth, but never made it out alive to tell their story. In 2021, I will expose the truth, going to real locations with real documented sightings. Will you be there to witness history? And there was that, the cryptid investigations that'll be coming. I don't really have a title for it. The placeholder right now is just Cryptid Hunt Season 1. I haven't come up. I want to create something that's pretty unique and cool. So if you have any recommendations for a cool name for the show, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that's what we did. We were testing out our tree knocker, and we did find a bunch of bones placed in weird locations. So that was unexpected, but definitely Wendigo, man, definitely. Could be, but could be Wendigo. It could be Wendigo. I unmuted myself. Okay, good. I actually remembered to unmute myself this time. Awesome. Cryptid cops. That would be funny. That would actually be an interesting thing to make. You want to go cryptid hunting now? You see what I'm saying? I know I've said a lot of stuff that I want to do and nothing's happened yet, but it's just because of COVID, man. And so once I get my filming crew back and I'm able to go to places, because like a lot of places are shut down, places you have to pay to go to, like Villiscax Murder House. Because of COVID, I can't go right now. So there's a lot of shit that I want to do. And I think most of the places I'll be able to do for free. Like, I won't need to pay anything. But, like, Villiscax Murder House is $600 It's expensive. So, doing those kind of things are going to take time, and for sure. But Villiscax Murder House, I want to go there so fucking bad. I wanted to go there. Like, I'm going to do the whole night. It'll be me and another guy. I'll have 2 cameras plus our phones. Both our phones will be out as well. And I'll probably have the night vision camera that I'll be using. A mixture of both, but I'll have like cameras on tripods around the house, and my buddy will have his phone, flashlight. We'll both have good flashlights if we need them, infrared. We'll do all sorts of different things to try to provoke a response or something. I want to catch actual fucking shit, because if it happens, it's going to be 100% legit on our channel. We all will kind of know that, so it'll be kind of cool if I catch something to be like, hey, that's fucking, to us it's proof. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be cool, and that house is so fucking scary. The history to that thing it's one of the scariest houses you can go to on planet Earth, straight up. So I just want to keep the group under 3 because I think any more than 3 people, like if you get to 4 and 5 people, it starts to get too crowded, and I think the odds of something happening go down. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Like that's why when we go, if we ever do go to Arizona to do a cryptid hunt, I want to keep it in groups of 3 max because I feel like I should say groups of 4 max because. And you could have 12 people go, but we'd have to have different groups at different locations moving in on each other, so we'd all meet up. And anything that, would be inside our perimeter, we could possibly catch. And so I think that would be awesome to do. But I think when you have big groups of people, you just make, more noise. The seriousness of the whole situation isn't as dramatic, and it's not as scary. Because everyone's kind of joking around, laughing. And I like to be serious when I'm doing an investigation, for sure. But Ash and Dale collab. Ash and Dale will collab. They will. They will. You got to upload. Okay, cool. Eli. Yeah. I know me and Ryan are confirmed locks. Asher and Ann, I assume, would be locks to go down to Arizona. I assume. And again, this would be probably August or September of 2021. And then I know Serena talked about wanting to go with Lava, so that's another possible. I'd have to talk to her. They'd probably be down, but I have to talk to them. But yeah, so, like if we had a lot of people that went, that'd be fine. But we'd have to split into groups, and we'd have to go into groups and, create a triangle perimeter or, some kind of perimeter based on how many groups of 3 or 4 we have, and move in on each other. We'd need to save up money to get the proper equipment, so every team has proper GPS and navigational tools so that no one gets lost, stuff like that, safety stuff. And obviously you have to be 18 to go, because you could fucking straight up die. So... You know what? In Iowa, the school has to ask the state for time off, and they can only get 2 weeks. What do you mean? The public schools you're talking about? Don't forget to bring Paco. I don't think I would be able to bring Paco. Take him on a plane. Can you imagine how weird that would be? Don't mind me. I'm just bringing my fucking goddamn giant alien with me. Go away. I'm going to find a new video. In the meantime, actually, I think I might have found one right there. Ashers, what was that channel called that we were watching last time? Like at the end of the last stream. The guy that was doing the UFO theories and stuff. Like, I subscribe, and then he's not in my recent subscribe. I don't know how it works. Nick Crowley, okay. My emotional support alien. Yeah, he has to. He gets his own seat and everything. I got a free flight. He's super famous because everyone wants pictures with him. Boobies everywhere. Boobies everywhere. Awesome. We'll see what Nick Crowley's got in his channel. I like his UFO videos. The butterfly effect, that is interesting as well. Let's see. We could look at the butterfly effect, if that's something that you guys would be interested in. Otherwise, We could do Nick Crowley. Here are the two options. We could do man who was killed by a ghost, or the butterfly effect is kind of terrifying. One of those two. Or we could do a Sir Spooks video. I'll let you guys decide. The man who was killed by a ghost, or the butterfly effect video, or a Sir Spooks. I'll let you guys make the decision. You got a girlfriend now, Colin? Nice, nice. If I make merch and send Paco a shirt, will you make... Oh, yeah, if you send Paco a shirt, I'll make him wear it for sure. He'll wear it every stream. And you're going to have a threesome with him. Okay. I mean, I don't know if you want to. He's slept with, what's her name? Trisha Paytas. So, up to you. We got a butterfly effect, two butterfly... Okay, butterfly effect, it looks like... We got... one good killer ghost. Tell you what, we'll do both videos. They're both about 10 minutes. We'll do both. We'll do a butterfly effect first. I'm curious what this video is going to be about. I know a little about the butterfly effect, but we'll see what this is all about.
So today we're going to be talking about something that has got me basically overthinking every decision that...
Let me know how the volume is. This guy just talks so quiet.
I'm continuing to make. Yeah, and it's kind of ruining my life. And honestly, it might ruin yours too. So this should be a lot of fun. This video is about the butterfly effect. Now, along with briefly describing this theory, I'm also going to be sharing some of the most famous...
Yeah, you can't see. Yeah. There we go. Now you can see. How about that? Unless you'd rather watch the video like this. I can make that happen. No, okay. There we go.
Famous examples of it, along with some lesser known ones that I found on Reddit. And I might even share a personal story or two of my own, if you smash that like button. Just kidding, I have no way of knowing, but please like. And real quick, before the video starts, I want to give a quick shout out to the two people who actually suggested this video. You guys are the real MVPs, and I love you. So let's get right into this. So the official definition of the butterfly effect is a property of chaotic systems, such as the atmosphere, by which small changes in initial conditions can lead to large-scale and unpredictable variation in the future state of the system. Okay, so what the fuck? So if you didn't understand any of this, you're not alone. I am right there with you. So let me try and put this in simpler terms. The butterfly effect is the idea that the smallest actions can have non-linear impacts on our world. And the name itself came from the idea that a butterfly flapping its wings here in the United States could eventually cause a typhoon over in China. Now, although that example may be hyperbolic, the theory itself actually makes a lot of sense. Every action you make has a reaction, which has another reaction, which has another reaction, and so on until the reaction gets so big that it causes a change in the whole world. So if you're confused, here's an example. Let's say you wake up in the morning and decide to sleep in an extra 5 minutes, which is something I often do, but because you slept an extra 5 minutes, you're now running late to work. And because you're running late to work, you decide to drive a little bit faster than usual on your way there. And this causes you to get into an accident, which affects your life, and it affects the person you got in a crash with, and all the people surrounding that person. So already we're branching out here. And maybe because of this accident, the state decides that the speed limit is too high on this one particular road, and they lower the speed limit. And the effects from that are limitless. Maybe it reduces the amount of accidents, saves more lives, or maybe it has the opposite effect and causes more accidents. I mean, who knows? But all of this stemmed from the fact that you decided to sleep in just an extra 5 minutes. So when you put it in a way like that, it's crazy to think that every decision you make could have such a long-term effect that you would have no idea of at the time of making that decision. Now, this theory has always been really interesting to me, and one of the most interesting parts of it is the effects it would have on time travel. Because if every action has a reaction that shapes the future, then this would make traveling back in time extremely dangerous. Because if you were to go back and change just one thing, then that would have a lasting effect on the future you came from. So something as small as moving one blade of grass or stepping on a bug would shape the place that you came from, the future. And that one little change maybe could lead to you never have been being born.
I call bullshit in a blade of grass. I would pluck a million blades of grass, and you know, it's not going to do anything. If I pluck one blade of grass, you can't give me one plausible scenario that changes the world. You can't. I'm sorry. A blade of grass? No. I'm not buying that. All right. Unless you like took the blade of grass and shoved it in someone's eyeball, maybe. But nah, if you just take a piece of grass and go like that, nah. Nah, no way. No fucking way. Unless, yeah, no.
So basically you would be in a state where you don't even exist. Or maybe when you would go back to the future, you would realize everything was different. Your whole life had been changed just because you stepped on one little bug. It's crazy. I mean, the thought of that is terrifying. And obviously we don't have this technology yet, but someday, way down the line, we probably will. And thinking about this theory, we should really consider whether it should be used or not. Because who knows what effects it would have on our world. Okay, so back to the present time now. It is obvious that our world was shaped by the actions of those who came before us. And some of the smallest decisions have created this world that we live in today. And these decisions have become some of the most famous examples of the butterfly effect.
Okay.
In the 80s, a contract worker laid pipes in Guadalajara, Mexico. The worker had laid the sewer pipes in the same trenches dug for gasoline lines. The water pipes were made of zinc-coated iron, and the gas pipes were made of steel, a combination that leads to corrosion, thus creating gas leaks. And these gas leaks caused a series of explosions that destroyed the city and were felt hundreds of miles away. Okay, so because of the poor decision of one contract worker, it literally caused a whole city to explode. I'm just imagining being that worker. That's tough. I'm assuming this guy probably got sued. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. Like, I almost feel bad for him, but at the same time, you gotta know. So obviously the effect of that had a huge impact on that specific area and probably eventually in the world, but not quite in the way that these next two have.
Are we arguing about grass?
Plans to assassinate the Archduke Franz Ferdinand by the Black Hand terrorist group had so far been unsuccessful. A grenade lobbed at the Archduke's motorcade during a visit had missed and hit another car. The Archduke was determined to visit the injured, so he traveled to the hospital, but during the journey he noticed that the driver was not going down the altered route that they had previously decided. As the driver began to back out, one of the men assigned to assassinate him, Gavrilo Princip, happened to be buying a sandwich at the corner where the car carrying the Archduke conveniently stopped right outside. Princip shot the Archduke and his wife, which plunged the world into a 4-year war with millions of casualties. This is a double whammy right here. Because first of all, the driver took the wrong road. You got one job, dude. I'm sorry, you gotta do it right. But because of this, the vehicle had stopped right outside a sandwich shop, which one of these terrorists was just chilling at eating a sandwich. And then that throws us into World War I.
Maybe the driver didn't accidentally do it.
World War I was literally caused because of a sandwich. Henry Tandy was in France in 1918 fighting for the British Army when he decided to spare one German's life. Tandy was fighting to gain control of Mercoing and saw one injured German soldier trying to flee. Because he was injured, Tandy couldn't bear to kill him, so he let him go. The German soldier nodded and went on his way. And that German soldier was Adolf Hitler. You want to talk about a butterfly effect?
Damn.
This man decided to be a good human. He decided to be a good person and spare an injured man's life. And this man turns around and kills millions of people later on in his life. I can't fault the guy for not shooting him.
Would you kill baby Hitler? Straight up. Like, be honest. Think about it, though. Don't just say yeah because it's Hitler. Would you actually strangle baby Hitler with your bare hands? It's a baby. But you know it's Hitler. And you know that he's going to grow up to be a fucking demon. Would you actually do it? Think about it. It's easy to say yeah. It's easy to say yeah, but would you actually? If you had an infant baby that's cute as fuck right in front of you. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could. Like, that's such a personal killing. Like, that would be like, I'd rather just chuck it, like, somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be tough, man. I don't know if I could do it. Evolution says I would raise him. You'd raise baby Hitler. Okay, that's different. I respect the honesty. That's different. It's a baby. That's what I'm saying. It's a fucking baby. I don't know. I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do, but it would be tough. It wouldn't be easy. I call bullshit if you think it'd be easy to do. I call bullshit. I think if you actually sat there from an infant baby, every single one of you would struggle to do it. Every single one of you. Because it's a baby. Raising would probably... Yeah, it's true. imagine a good version of Hitler. And he's the same crazy, but he wants to wage war on Martians from Mars. And we turn Earth into like a Death Star and we're blowing Mars up and shit. That'd be awesome, you know?
Like, that's a respectable move, and there's no way he would have known the events that would eventually follow, but damn, that is just so unfortunate. I mean, think about how different our world would have been if he would have just pulled the trigger. So I think looking at these historical stories, it really shows us how real the butterfly effect is. And with the infinite number of decisions and actions being made every single day, I mean, there's no limit on the examples of these butterfly effects. And some people who have experienced this phenomenon firsthand have gone on to Reddit to share them with the world.
Okay.
I drunkenly agreed at a party the night before to go visit my friend's parents with him the next day in a city 200 miles away. It turned out another friend lived close by, so we all met for drinks, and that other friend's sister happened to be visiting him for the weekend. She came to meet us, and she'd not seen me for a few years. We got drunk, a friend left early because he had to work the next day, and 9 years later, we are married with 2 kids. A series of events which had one of any part not happened would have significantly altered the course of my life. This story is so crazy because you think about every single decision that had gone into it. I mean, initially getting drunk and initially agreeing to even go in the first place. This world is such a random place, but it's not random because our decisions go into making our outcomes, but it's still so random. I need help. This is consuming my life. I dropped dead at work 15 minutes after arriving.
It's called,
I was given
butterfly
CPR
effect.
by
It's kinda
coworkers, and the paramedics got my heart working again. 3 weeks later, I'm out of the hospital and making a full recovery. Had this happened 15 minutes earlier, I'd have been in my car and possibly killed someone. 15 minutes later, I might be walking to get coffee and drop dead in the middle of the street. This was a job I had not planned on keeping very long, as I freelance and was in the midst of a slow season. This job is also the first job to give me health insurance in 15 years. Every single thing I did in my life up until that point, every alcoholic drink, every cigarette in college, every toke of pot, and night shift, and every cheeseburger got my heart to stop at the best possible moment, surrounded by the best possible people. I can't do this anymore. This is freaking me out. I've officially...
I don't like Jack Daniels that much either anymore.
Every single thing that she did, every decision that she made in her life led her to that moment, led her to literally dying, but dying at the best time possible. I didn't know that that was a thing. What a great outcome.
As far as the baby Hitler thing, if I was gonna do it, I'd have to visualize all the people he would someday kill. Because it would be for the greater good if you did kill baby Hitler, because you're saving how many, hundreds of lives. If you know that he's going to grow up to be that guy, like, you know that's going to happen, then, and you only have one chance, and it's to do it now, then or never, then yeah, I would probably do it, but it would be hard to do, man. It wouldn't be easy, because it's a baby. It is an innocent baby at that time and point. It is innocent. You're killing an innocent kid. But with hindsight, you know that it's going to grow up to be a not so innocent person.
Look on life, that is.
Exactly, Coltana, yeah.
I had a crush on a guy when I was in 5th grade. He was a grade ahead of me. I finally told my parents about the crush. They ended up befriending the crush's parents, and my dad started working for the crush's dad. My dad borrowed the crush's dad's work van for a job and went to return it and then ride his bike home. He fell off his bike during that ride and died 2 weeks later. My mom, a few months later, started having an affair with the crush's dad, who was still and still is married. That was 16 years ago. And it's still going on. Okay, what the fuck? What? Excuse me? The last one was so positive and uplifting. And then we get this? We get this? What the hell even? I'm not even sure that's the butterfly effect. That's just morbid. Talk about a lot of dark stuff on this channel. That might have been the darkest thing I ever read in my life. It's like a Stephen King novel. I probably should have screened that one before I read it, but you know what? Now it's out there. The world knows now. Okay, so we've heard some famous examples of the butterfly effect. We've heard some interesting Reddit examples, and now it's time for, well, the only examples that really matter. My own, because I'm all that matters here on this channel. It's a dictarian state. over here. No, it's not. It is not. I love the people. Okay, let's get into the stories. So in my junior year of high school, my mom signed me up for a photo class. And right away I wanted to drop this class. Now around the same time, my friend decided to drop the class that he was taking at the same time of this photo class. And I eventually convinced him to take that photo class with me. And had he not, I would have immediately dropped it. So after a while, I met a girl who I became friends with in that class. And by the end of the year, I asked her out to go to a concert with me. And she said no. Now fast forward almost a year from now, and the same girl becomes a co-manager of the swim team that I was on. And because of this, we kind of reconnected a little bit, and eventually we started dating. And we've been dating ever since, which has been now 3.5 years, which is crazy. And it's crazy for a couple reasons.
That
One of
random
which
clip of
being,
him drowning.
had I just dropped that photo class, there is no way we would have been dating now. And also, had she said yes to going to that concert with me, our relationship, first of all, might not even be a thing right now, and things would have played out totally different. Okay. But it's also crazy because she was the one who actually convinced me to start this YouTube channel. She was kind of my motivation in a way. So had I...
Cool. Anyways, we're gonna go on to the way back. I was expecting that to be way more like creepy or something, but okay. Now I gotta find this murder ghost. Alright. The man who was killed by a ghost.
So as someone who has an interest in basically all things spooky, I have heard a ton of ghost stories in my days. Stories of those who have been haunted, have seen apparitions, and even stories of those who have been possessed. But out of all these stories I've heard, none have struck me quite like this one. This is the story of a ghost hunter who died under mysterious circumstances just 3 years ago. It's a story so strange that it's left many people convinced that something paranormal was to blame. This is Garev Tiwari, the man who was apparently killed by a ghost. So that leads us to this question. Who or what could have done this to him? So Garev Tiwari was more than just your typical ghost hunter. He was the founder and CEO of the Indian Paranormal Society. He was featured in multiple TV programs from all across the world and was even at one point dubbed the most famous ghost hunter in India. So it's safe to say that he was very well respected in his field. Now, as part of his job with the Indian Paranormal Society, Garev would often visit and cleanse the homes of those experiencing paranormal activity. Now, this eventually led him to a house in West Delhi that was apparently home to an evil and violent spirit. He visited the house on July 6th, 2016, and returned early the next morning on the 7th. And it was that morning at approximately 11 a.m. that his wife and his father heard a loud thud coming from the upstairs bathroom. Now, the door to the bathroom was locked, but his father was able to break it open, which revealed Garev lying on the floor, gasping for air, with a thin black line around his neck. Garev died shortly after. So what happened behind this locked bathroom door that caused Garev to die? Was it a suicide, or murder, or something paranormal? Hi guys, I want to add a disclaimer here that we're going to be discussing suicide in this next section and basically for the rest of the video. So if you guys are uncomfortable with that subject matter, then I would recommend turning the video off now.
Tess, go away. Go away, Tess.
So upon initial investigation, the most prominent theory out of the gate was that Garev had committed suicide. But immediately questions arose. His family claimed that he was a genuinely happy individual, and obviously he was also experiencing a ton of success surrounding his career. And it's said that in the days and the weeks leading up to his death, he was, for the most part, happy. So what could have set him off? What could have caused Garev to suddenly feel so low that he took his own life? Well, it turns out something did happen that may have led him to do just that. So for starters, Garev's father, who had been living with him and his wife, had confronted Garev about his career earlier that week. Now, details of this event in this conversation are fairly scarce, but I get the impression that Garev's father didn't totally approve of his career choice, and that his father wanted him to pursue something else. Now, obviously, this type of pressure is not good for your mental health, and one could have assumed that Garev would be extremely upset about this, considering how passionate he was about his work, and also how hard he had worked to get to where he was. The second thing that may have led to his suicide actually happened the morning he returned home on the 7th, which was the morning that he died. Now, at roughly 2 a.m., Garev came home after cleansing that house that I had told you about earlier. Now, upon entering the home, he was greeted, or rather confronted, by his wife, who was extremely upset about the hours he had been working at this job. Garev's wife thought that he was working too hard and that these hours that he was working were putting a strain on their relationship. Now, the argument between them was actually so severe that they ended up sleeping in separate rooms.
Wait, someone got killed by a mountain lion near Cedar Rapids?
Span,
When?
Garev's profession was called
recently?
into question by those that he loved, which would obviously be two serious blows to anyone's mental health. But then there's a third thing, and this third thing may sound insignificant to a lot of people, but it's definitely worth talking about. So right before Garev had entered the bathroom that morning, he had been checking his emails for roughly about half an hour to an hour. So maybe somebody sent him something
Googling that
nasty, or
shit.
you got a really mean email or something that set him off. I mean, at this point, his mental state was already probably
comment on a
little fragile
salvaged
due to the
comment?
constant
What do you
bombardment of his family who were judging his career path. So maybe he received an email that was basically the straw that broke the camel's
Oh,
back.
Dill said that
I mean,
Skinwalkers
it's
are... Wait, I never said
impossible.
Skinwalkers are
Now,
BS.
shortly
Wait.
after Garev...
Whoa. I never said once that Skinwalkers BS. I said Rakes are BS, but not Skinwalkers. Skinwalkers are legit. Wendigo's legit. Rakes are not. Rakes are fake. No. You must be thinking of Rake. I never said anything about Skinwalkers being. Yeah. Rakes are a creepypasta basically created, which is like a mix of a Skinwalker and a Wendigo. Skinwalkers are legit, and so are Wendigos in my opinion. But Rakes, yeah, they're just I believe Rakes are BS.
Garev's death, it was determined that he died from asphyxiation, or in other terms, he suffocated to death. So coupling this with the dark bruising around his neck, investigators quickly determined that Garev had hung himself. So where is the paranormal side of this case? I mean, it seems pretty cut and dry, right? I'll tell you this case is not quite as simple as it seems. Okay, so let's talk about the flaws
That's crazy.
in
I
the
didn't know
suicide theory.
I found the article, Cortana, but I didn't see anything about Mountain Lion killing her. Did they just now find out? That's weird.
Starters, Garev and his wife had actually made peace early that morning. They were kind of back on track in a way. Also, if Garev had actually received some mean-spirited emails that may have pushed him over the edge, then police probably would have investigated that, and they definitely would have reported on it. And there's one more big thing. The thing that kind of cracks this case wide open. So remember how I said that police had officially reported that Garev had hung himself? Well, there was no rope in the bathroom, and there was nothing around his neck when his family walked in. It was almost like he was being strangled by something that they couldn't see. But the strangeness doesn't stop there. So medical experts were called in to determine his cause of death, and they determined that he had in fact died of asphyxiation. But they also determined that it would have been practically impossible for Garev to do this to himself. There was nothing in that bathroom that he could have used to kill himself in this way. So they called the death a suicide, but allegedly it wasn't even possible for him to have done that to himself. That's a pretty big flaw. So that leads us to this question.
But okay. Why would they not rule it a murder instead then? Why would you rule it a suicide if there's nothing found at the crime scene or the scene? Wouldn't that rule out suicide? He was killed with, strangled or whatever, and there was nothing at the scene. Wouldn't that indicate it was murder? Because the person that killed him left? Now, I know we're talking about ghost here, which is possible, but why would they rule out a suicide and not over murder? Wouldn't that be way more suspicious if he was found strangled in his bathroom and no murder weapon nearby, or nothing that he could have killed himself with? Why would that be ruled? I don't understand that, but okay.
Who or what could have done this to him?
It's not that they would blame. They wouldn't need someone to blame for murder. Like, that's not how murder works. Like, if you feel like the person was killed by someone else, it's under investigation as a murder, a homicide, and then they go into who it could be. But it would make more sense to do that than rule it a suicide. When if you killed yourself and you found nothing at the crime scene by strangling yourself, there would have to be something there. There would have to be, or something in the house at least. I don't know how you strangle yourself to the point you die and be able to walk around to a different room to die, but whatever. You'd find something in the house, at very least. And they didn't, so that makes no sense. A suicide is the dumbest thing I've ever heard on that.
Okay, could Garev have been murdered? Probably not. Almost certainly not, actually. Because keep in mind, that bathroom door was locked from the inside. So nobody could have opened that door, killed him, and then gone out. Because the door was locked, and you can't lock it from the outside. And also, his family surely would have seen someone walk in, walk up the stairs, and commit murder. They would have seen it, or at least heard it.
See, now that makes a little bit more sense, but that even makes it even more weird that it would be suicide, because, like, the door, I don't know, that's...
So the theory of him being murdered is actually somewhat impossible.
I wouldn't say impossible. But I still think him being murdered is more likely than him committing suicide.
Okay, so at this...
And he didn't fall in the bathtub because it was asphyxiation, or whatever you call it, where you're strangled. Your air is cut off, and there's a line, a strangle line. Like something was a black line on his throat, like a wire. So, he was strangled by something. Now, I would not be surprised if it was a ghost. I'm not saying I don't believe that. It probably is the most likely possible outcome of this, but I still think murder is more plausible than suicide.
At this point, this case really doesn't make too much sense. So if he hadn't killed himself, and if he wasn't murdered, how could he have died this way? And this has led to the popular...
Pills don't make no sense, though. The autopsy ruled him dying of asphyxiation, or I can't say the word they said. The autopsy ruled him dying of strangulation. Something killed him, like around the neck. It wasn't pills. Now, yeah, he could have taken pills and then, but even then, he died or it wasn't pills, because the autopsy confirmed it was what he died of. They would have known if his blood toxicity report, they would have known during the autopsy that he died of overdose. You know what I'm saying? So we can rule out overdose. We can rule out falling on the tub. We can rule out all these things. They know how he died. The autopsy confirmed it. So we know how he died. You know what I'm saying? There's no part of this equation where you can start throwing in random things of how he died. Like, oh, he got caught up on the toilet and broke his neck. No, we know he didn't. We know how he died. We know how he died. Now, like I said, it just doesn't make sense.
Theory that Garev
unless
was
something's
killed
being left out or
by
covered
evil
up, you know what I
spirit.
mean?
People believe that a spirit might have attached itself to him while he was cleansing one of these properties. And people think that the spirit followed him and tormented him, and eventually one day...
See, Space Dude, that's a solid theory. He was killed by a family member. They somehow locked the door that could only be locked from the inside. I know they said that, but there's probably a fucking way. I don't know. But that would at least make more sense than a suicide. It's not a suicide. I don't know how they can even rule that.
It sounds crazy, right? And maybe it is. But
it's insulting, actually.
Some
it's insulting
evidence
to the
back
family.
this up. So for starters, Garev had told his family in the months leading up to his death that he had felt a strange, dark presence around him, following him around. And he claimed that he was being followed and watched by something paranormal. Also, Garev had actually talked about ghosts being able to cause black markings, almost like bruising, on the bodies of those that they are haunting. Strange black markings, kind of like the one found on Garev's neck when he had died. He would say that these injuries could be caused by vengeful spirits. So maybe he ran into a vengeful spirit, and that's what killed him. That isn't all. In the weeks leading up to his death, Garev's father had actually spotted a dark apparition in their house on multiple occasions. Now, this entity paid no attention to him, but rather it seemed attached to Garev, and it followed him around, staying no more than a few feet behind him, just kind of watching him. So maybe it is possible that Garev picked up some kind of evil spirit, some kind of demon, while he was cleansing one of these houses. But could it have actually killed him? Well, I guess that depends on what you believe. But these events leading up to his death do make it an interesting theory.
It is something that is...
Okay, so what do I think? Well, personally, I don't think that any of these theories really offer a satisfying conclusion. But to this day, his death is still labeled as a suicide, although no new information has come out about how he could have managed to do this. Now, there are some oddball theories out there which I will quickly go through right now, one of which being how Garev was actually a UFOologist. I don't know if that is the official term, I do not think it is. But he also had a passion for UFOs. But as most of us know, governments don't really take too kindly to that kind of stuff, especially here in the United States. So maybe he was taken care of. Maybe he was silenced.
Space Dude.
Like I said, these are oddball theories, okay? Now, there is one other theory that I do find interesting, but again, it's kind of an oddball one, and I'm really not in a position to say that.
But wasn't he found dead in his bathroom? Or was it a different room? Because if there's a bathroom, it's highly, highly unlikely there's a deadbolt on a bathroom. Like, most bathrooms don't have a deadbolt. So if it's a bathroom, it's probably just a normal lock and door, like some cheap, some random, your average bathroom door. But that's what I thought it was in the bathroom, but maybe it's not. Maybe I just saw someone else's comment about the bathroom, but yeah.
It actually happened.
Yeah,
so
bathroom.
So yeah,
and there wouldn't be a deadbolt in the bathroom unless it's some weird house.
Suicide.
Like, for some
and his
reason,
father and his wife
on
didn't want this suicide to taint his legacy and the family name. So they got rid of the noose or whatever.
Bathroom
he had
door
used
should
to
have
commit
deadbolts,
suicide.
so when you
They
shower,
began
you can't get
pushing the
murdered.
theory that a ghost had done this. Now, like I said, I don't want to blame them. I don't want to put that on them. So I don't know. It's just a theory. Take it however you want it. It's frustrating because these theories really just leave us with more questions than answers. And it seems like for now at least,
This is a completely
we'll
new
never really know
video.
for
Weather
sure
Balloon.
what happened to Garev Tiwari. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon with another video.
It's definitely suspicious. There's a lot of theories out there. Probably none that he died of something, and he was killed. I firmly believe he was murdered by something. Now, whether it was human or extraterrestrial or you know, I don't think it was extraterrestrial, but like paranormal or whatever. I mean, who knows? But I think he was killed somehow or another. There's no way it could be ruled suicide, and there's no explanation for how he killed himself. That's not possible. I mean, maybe in a few rare circumstances where the body's not like recoverable or something like that, or I don't know. But when you do a full autopsy, you know how they died. You can figure it out, and especially when there's physical evidence on the body, but nothing around him or in the house that could have, you know. I don't know. I think it's just not possible. I just don't see that being a thing. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna chill out and relax for another 10 minutes before we end the stream, and I'll put on some creepy music here. And if you got any questions, comments, want to talk about anything, just let me know. That's what I also think, Space Dude. He was either murdered by a person or, you know, and I do believe that a demon could kill a human being. I do believe that that's possible. I don't think, like, any ghost can conjure up enough energy to do that. But I think, like, if you're dealing with demons and stuff, which, again, we don't really know much about them, I think it's possible that a demon could kill a human being. I really do. I do think that. You have a deadbolt on your bathroom there. That's true. Yeah, there'd be likely a window, probably. Like, we don't know the house, so yeah, we need to see a picture of the bathroom, really, to make a full assessment. We need to know what kind of locks the door had. We need to know what kind of window and window locks it had. You know, crime scene photos. We need all that to actually make a real assessment. We're just going off a YouTuber telling us, you know, stuff that happened. But from what we were told, I would not agree that it's a suicide. And plus, if it's still ruled a suicide, but no one actually knows how it could have been done, that kind of just rules it out itself. Like, I mean, there's only so many ways you can kill yourself, and every time it's obvious as fuck. Like, usually it's obvious as fuck. You know, it might get tricky when you overdose or something like that, because you don't always know if they meant it or not. But you know it was self-inflicted either way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true, Eli. That's true. Someone definitely could have, you know, they could have hired, you know, and no one saw anyone enter the house. Well, sure, that might be plausible, but who's to say that no one saw him, and, you know, just because no one saw him doesn't mean he didn't get in and get up there and murder him or come through the bathroom window. I don't know. You know, no commotion, no nothing. It is suspicious. It is, but you don't know who you're dealing with, too. You could be dealing with something that's, you know, a professional killer that you would never know that was there. Somehow they have a way of, you know, I don't know. That to me is, you know, like I said, yeah, it's more questions, but that to me is more plausible than suicide. That doesn't make any sense. Exactly. Visuals are important. You got to know what you're dealing with to make an actual, like, I think it's this or that fully. Yeah, like, if it did have a deadbolt on it and was locked, you know, we still don't know. Was it locked before he died? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What could have a skinwalker evolved from? I'm not sure how to answer that. I don't know. I don't think that anyone really knows, but there's a lot of theories on skinwalkers, and everyone has their own opinion, and we don't know for sure. There's no fact about it. We don't know. I don't know that they evolved at all. It's hard to say. Ryan Tremblay is here. And Javier, that is the question to ask Ryan Tremblay. What could have skinwalkers evolved from? That is the guy that could answer that. He would know way more than anyone else here. Ashers knows a lot too, as does Eli. There you go. Humans. I think skinwalkers are Autobots. That's right. They're Autobots. Or Decepticons. Ryan Tremblay, you did miss. I did premiere a trailer for Cryptid Hunt Season 1. I will be uploading it to YouTube after the stream is done, so you can check it out there. Just a little short preview of what's to come next year, so be on the lookout for that. While we are waiting, though, I'm going to give a shout out to Ryan Tremblay and his new channel he's launching soon. Ryan, by the way, which day is that? Is it this week, or did you already do it? Because I never got a notification for anything. But while he types that out, here is a preview to Ryan Tremblay's Whisper to a Scream podcast.
You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
There was that. So be sure to go give Ryan Tremblay a Whisper to a Scream Cryptid podcast subscription. Put the bell on so you get notifications. It's coming this week. Yeah, take your time, dude. No worries. But at some point in the near future, he's going to upload his first video, his first podcast. So go and give him a subscription. And yeah, stay on the tune for that. I'll be on the show hopefully someday. So we'll have a little collaboration going on there. Ashers will have to get me on her podcast, So go subscribe to Ashers. You think Wendigos are the most probable cryptids? You mean probable as in most likely to be legitimately real? Because I would, with that, I would go Bigfoot. I think there's so much evidence for Bigfoot that's overwhelming. Compared to like a Wendigo, I think Bigfoots are way more likely to be real, in my opinion, than a Wendigo. Now, I believe both are real, but you know what I'm saying? More likely to be real, I think that would have to go to Bigfoot. That's my opinion, though. I think that's just the evidence based on him is significant. I did see something I wanted to show you guys. I did find a video, and if I can find it again. And I'm assuming, like, Ashers and Ryan, you've probably seen this, but it's, God, I probably have to go to my history to find it. I don't remember what it's called. It's like an animation of a Wendigo thing. I'm just going to show a snippet of it. Yeah, here it is. It's called Hunted. I'll put a link in the description, or in the chat, if you guys want to see the full thing, just let me know. I thought this was kind of cool. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. If you want the whole link to that, I'll link this guy his channel or the video. Go check it out if you want to. It's a little bit longer of a video. You think Bigfoot nowadays is a joke? How so? How? Like, I'm curious to what you think, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I am genuinely curious how you think he's a joke. Like, what do you mean by that? Just out of curiosity. What do I think about mermaids? I do think mermaids are real. I think, to an extent, they're probably not what we think they look like. They're probably very disgusting looking and gross. But I think they're real. I'm more on the side of like thinking they're real than fake. I'm not like 100% yeah, fucking mermaids, yeah, like a fan or anything like that. I would like listen. Anything in the ocean, when you're talking about anything kind of like cryptid related in the ocean is like so massive and so hard to explore. We've explored like what 3% of the ocean or something like that. 3% of all the water. There could be so many things just even at the top levels of the ocean that we never have seen or found. And so, you know, just because, you know, we think something that small would not be easily detected on like satellite or something. If you're talking megalodon, okay, that's a little bit of a different debate. But still, the ocean is so huge. There's no way we can constantly monitor it or know what's swimming out there. You know what I mean? So, exactly. The ocean's too big to rule out anything. That's 100% true. What's up, Coco? How you been, man? No worries. Space Dude, you may be right. 90% of videos might be fake. We don't know, and we probably never will. I don't know that I'd say 90% of videos are fake. I do think there are a lot of legitimate videos out there, and, you know, I think with anything that, you know, especially paranormal, you're going to get a lot of ghost videos that are fake. There's going to be a lot of fake videos out there, period. But, you know, I don't think that discounts the fact that he probably does exist. I firmly believe the evidence we have is overwhelming of Bigfoot. But I see what you're saying. I know what you're saying, for sure. You saw a big white humanoid thing. I mean, I don't even know what that would be. To be honest, I'm not sure. In my personal opinion, I do think the Bigfoot population around the world, and I'm talking about all types of species, subspecies, you know what I mean? I think it's a healthy amount. I really do. I think that they are intelligent enough to keep their race alive and healthy. But again, just kind of like the ocean, the woods, forest, the amount of forest that's covering the planet is so dense and crazy big that, it would be hard to find these motherfuckers. They've evolved to avoid humans. That much we know because they're good at it, and you know, I think that there's so much area that you'd have to get to find a Bigfoot or to capture one of it. You have to get lucky as fuck, like 99%. You just have to get lucky. You have to be at the right place at the right time and just be lucky that you have a camera, pretty much. So usually, I mean, I know there are sightings that are kind of in more like like dense, you know, they're kind of in the open a lot of times, which, you know, fair game. Like, they're not always going to be in the woods, but you know what I'm saying. Evolution just come out. Bigfoot is not real, says Everly. I mean, I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Yeah, that's a Reddit theory, but the thing that you have to remember is that it's a theory, and anyone can come up with a theory. I could say a theory that I think dolphins are, you know, aliens in disguise, and the only reason they're like some stupid. I could say anything I want. I could say anything and slap a theory sticker on, and be like, that's my theory. And not to mention anything that's from Reddit is just not credible. Really, 90% of the time, it's not credible. So I don't know. I don't believe what I hear on Reddit 90% of the time. Now, that's not to say there aren't people who know what they're talking about. You know about dill holes. Oh God. Everyone loves dill holes. Everyone loves dill holes. It's a favorite around the community. Coco, what did I miss? Coco, you've missed the memes, man. We've missed the memes. Where's our memes? We need more memes, man. We haven't done a Reddit review since you left, basically. Nick Oxenford has done a few good ones. But we don't have many memes. Our Reddit's dying right now. Save us, Coco. Save the Reddit. The Reddit is... You're the king of the Reddit. You're the you know, you left. And now the Reddit is just crumbling away. It's no good, man. No good. Reddit is good for memes. Agreed, long brother. But Reddit is interesting. It's a good. There are cool theories, and sometimes theories are fun to, you know, especially even if they're fan theories, they're still interesting. Like, it's not. It doesn't discredit the entertainment value that it has. Show the. I don't have a probe. I have a combat stick. I don't have no probe. About another 3 minutes in chat, guys. I'm gonna start dropping links here. I will upload that video right after the stream. So Ryan, if you're interested in watching that tonight, I will have it up so that you can see it. And I know some people that miss a stream will like to see it. Let me see here. I'll drop my Twitter. It's important to follow my Twitter. If you have Twitter and you don't follow me, now is your chance. You should do it right now. You shouldn't even hesitate. I keep my Twitter very private, I guess. I mean, I only really have it as you guys as my followers. That's it. And I only follow you guys. So it's kind of just us. It's our channel on Twitter. I don't follow random people that I don't know. I like to keep this Twitter a little bit smaller. I think it's more entertaining, but we need to get everyone on the Twitter that's in chats. A tactical probe. God damn it. You guys do like probes a lot, don't you? I always knew it. I always knew it. Here's the link to the Reddit. I will drop a link to the merch today as well. We do have merch. If you are interested in merch, And not to mention, if you're curious about it, you can take a look at it, obviously. But Eli Buckmaster in chat, I believe is the only one in chat right now that has currently bought merch, I think. I'm not sure if Astros did or not. I can't remember. But if you have any question about it, you can just straight up message Eli and be like, yo, good quality or what? And he'll back it. He enjoyed the quality of the product, and I know Winter has it as well. So we have some merch. I made it literally as cheap as I could. Like, I'm not making much money off it. It's just so that you guys can have affordable merch. I think I value the idea of spreading the logo out rather than making profit on the sales themselves. I think it's worth more in the long run. So, yeah, Winter has, she has socks, a sweatshirt. I think she has 3 articles of clothing, I think. I think she has the socks, a sweatshirt, and a t-shirt, I think. And yeah, Eli got the nice hoodie, which I think the hoodies only come in good quality. I don't think, like, the t-shirts I made, like, there's a really cheap material, like, you know, that cheap t-shirt material. That's like the cheapest one. I made like 3 different, there's the cheap one, the medium one, and the more silky smooth t-shirt, but obviously those are going to cost more. I can't change that. You know, that's just how it is. But yeah, so check that out for sure. What's up, Satan? We're just winding down on the stream, but welcome. Remember when we had donation wars? Good old, yeah, donation wars were nice. For sure. Yeah, now there's no... Yeah, well, there's never been... Eli and Winter are the only ones that can compete with each other. Everyone else, it was fun, especially fun, like, all the little donations come in, and, like, they would, like... It was Colin Henry. Colin was always trying to win that. And at the last second, Eli would always fucking stun him. But, yeah. We'll get back to him, don't worry. Hey, what's up, Elaine? How you doing? So for those of you who are just joining, after this stream is over, which is going to be over in, like, a couple minutes here, I'm going to upload, and it might take a little bit to process, but, you know, in the next hour or two, I will be uploading the teaser trailer that I premiered tonight on the stream. So be sure to stay tuned on the channel tonight, and there will be a video up, the teaser trailer. So, yeah, and there's Dill merch. You even can get a baby onesie, you know. I wish they'd let me make a hat. I want a hat so bad. I mean, this hat is dirty, but it's my work hat, you know, and I love this hat. I don't care what anyone says, but this summer I'm gonna have to get a new hat, and I'd love to get my own fucking hat, but it won't let me. I just got here and it's over. Yeah, I mean, you can always rewatch the stream, Satan. Mark my words, for Valentine's Day, I'm gonna buy me and my girlfriend Big Dill merch, and I'm gonna post it. Yeah, you guys definitely should, long brother. I'll react to that shit. I'll retweet it if you put it on Twitter. But yeah, you should definitely dress up in that merch, take a picture together, and then put it in the Reddit. I'd love to see that. I need to get like a lingerie line of Big Dill merch. That would be awesome. I mean, just imagine the possibilities of that. Discord, yes. I'm not like on the Discord. I don't really have much say in it. I just created it and I kind of let the community do it. There is active Discord for the most part. There's a lot of people in there. I'll link it to you. Some people like to use it because they like talking. Evolution's on it all the time. So let's see. I'd say it's pretty active in terms of usage. So, all right, S. Taylor, thank you. Let's see. I know, I want a hat so bad. Running Discord on a computer made before 2010 hurts. Oh, I bet, dude. I mean, if you are interested in being a mod and you're interested in keeping it, you know, porn-free, racist-free, you know, certain words, then let me know. I'll make you a fucking admin. I have no issue with that. But just as long as you're somewhat, you don't have to be like a fucking serious admin, you know. You can joke around and still post memes and whatever you want to do. Just keep it in line. Keep it, you know, so there's no horrible things being on there, but... Evolution, I could make you a mod. I probably won't do it tonight, to be honest with you, but I can make you a mod. I have no issue with that. The only rule I have for my admins is don't be power hungry. Don't, like, get an admin, like, hype level where you think you're, like, above everyone else. Don't think that. If you're a mod, you're just keeping it safe. That's it. That's all your job is. You're not yelling at people for, you know, whatever. Just let people have their thing, and yeah, Satan, I can make you an Evolution to mods if you guys like to be on that kind of thing, for sure. Don't let... Oh, okay. Satan's cool. I know Satan. He's been in here a little while. Oh, you're... Oh, why? I didn't know you were whom what's up. Yeah. I can make you a admin as well. I'm not power hungry. I just wanted to have a higher position. That is power hungry. Pretty much. But anyways, guys, we'll get to that. We'll sort that all out. I'm not dealing with Discord. Going on Discord is like cancer for me. I hate Discord. Everything about it. But yeah. Space Dude, if you're an active Discord guy, you know, and you enjoy that type of thing, I don't mind putting you in there at all. So it's for you guys to run. And, you know, the Discord we used to have was way bigger than the one we currently have, and it was sabotaged by the admins. The admins sabotaged it. Completely destroyed it. Because they got pissed. So, whatever. I mean, it's not like... I didn't really care, because whatever. I mean, you guys are destroying your own Reddit, but whatever. Discord, just the notification, pop, pop, and I turn all notifications off, so I don't even get notifications from it, so it's peaceful now. But, yeah, guys, with that out of the way, we're going to wrap this show up. Thank you for everyone tuning in. Like I said, I'm going to post the teaser trailer that we premiered tonight in the live stream. I'll start uploading it right now. I'll post it once it's 100% processed, which could take an hour. It's only a minute and a half, so it shouldn't take that long, but we'll see. But with that out of the way, guys, we'll be streaming again. Either Sunday or Monday. We'll see. Either Sunday or Monday, guaranteed, one of those 2 days. So, I will see you guys then. Take care. Wash your booties. Don't get COVID-19. And yeah, just try to stay safe as best you can. Peace out, guys. Love you.